Hey guys, welcome to the stream. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I believe you should be able to. Anyone that has the link can just help us share it out here But if you can hear me, let me know, please. If you can hear me, if the sound is okay, if the music is not too loud, or if you just hate my voice, please let me know. And then, yeah, checking out welcome to the stream. Denver, so someone else, the last person. That void also. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you guys can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me. I actually don't know if I'm talking to myself or not. I'm so sorry right now. So this month is going to be between Cartel and Realm of Kings. I think Realm of Kings are going to be first pick, so yeah. I think both things are ready. So give me one moment, let me just share the link and I'll be back. Alright, so we are going to go straight into game 1. And yeah, you should keep welcome to the stream. We're going to move it.
Always on the way.
First ban, straight away we're going to see that Matilda that taken out, of course. There's a reason why Matilda gets banned every time. Welcome to the stream, too. It's been a while. I don't know if you guys can hear the caster, which is me. If you can, please indicate. Just let me know if you can hear me. because I still feel like I've been talking to myself for a while. If you can let me know and I'll be happy.
Now Akai enters the
Your
scene.
team is banning.
Everything engulfed in flames.
I don't know if it's better now. I've reduced the in-game sound by a lot. So I don't know if maybe it's too low now. But if you can hear me, good. You can hear better. Okay. Alright, thank you very much for the feedbacks. So the first two picks we're going to see Ixia. Wow, Ixia is going to be prioritized. I think was Baksha the first pick. That was actually weird. But apparently they seem to prioritize our Baksha as the first pick, and straight away it's like El Cartel already has their plan, and they just locked in that Ixia and the Ixia and the Rafaela. And yeah, you can see a very, very quick draft actually. I think both teams already know what they want to play, and they're just going to go ahead and lock that in. Hero sound is too loud. Okay. No problem. I will see if I can fix that. I'm actually seeing a very, very interesting pick that personally I like, which is the Benedetta. Benedetta always has those highlight moments in every game she's picked. So personally, I really, really love seeing Benedetta in games. So it's going to be Terizla who they are going to use to answer that Benedetta pick. So in the EXP lane, it's going to be Benedetta and that Terizla facing off, and then we're going to see an Irritel ban from the side of El Cartel. Yeah. I'm not sure why. Probably they feel Amir is going to be picking up that Irritel, or maybe they just think it's going to be difficult for them to handle. However, I've never seen Amir on the Irritel before, and Paramis is going to be the last band coming from the side of KR, Realm of Kings. I think Amir, the last time he used I've seen him on the Beatrix, and Joy was left open. Wow. And then we have Void Hacker. Irritel counters its she can easily jump out of full barrage's range, because actually she's pretty mobile, but okay, I can understand why you'd say that. Interesting. So instead of the Joy and the link that was shown by Void Hacker, I think his team shouted at him and convinced him that, okay, bro, you saw what happened to Shinigami when they picked the link. It's better you just don't do that. He took the advice and went for Fredrin instead. I think that was very, very good advice, especially considering the fact that we can see that Kufra coming in from Krollo, which means he would have made life a little bit difficult for the link if he went for that. But yeah, Fredrin, basically the best jungler, the best utility hero in the jungle right now. I think he just offers the team so much value with that CC, the taunts and the lockdowns. It is, very difficult to handle. The last pick is going to be Lilia for the side of for El Cartel, and then Beatrix. So yeah, I have seen Amir on the Beatrix and the Popo. I think he pulled an Amir QT in the last tournament or the last two tournaments where he got a backdoor in, so surely the game should do the work. This should be an interesting game. I think all members of KR, Realm of Kings, it seems like the pick heroes they are fairly comfortable with, and yeah, I do not know who the players are. I know Guilty Beast. I think he was off for a while and then he's back now. let's just hope he has gotten most of the rusts away. And then, yeah, Void Hacker, of course, we know. Oh, I hope this doesn't keep happening. All right, we know Void Hacker, of course. A very, very good jungler. I think he's the one that is probably going to be giving KR issues, especially with that retry in his hands. But yeah, Void Hacker, Sanji, El Patron, Misdirection, and who's last? Hellish. Okay, Hellish is going to be the one in the EXP. Alright. Looks like Reju Drum. Looking very similar actually. With Fredrin in the jungle and Baksha. But yeah, a bit similar, I guess. I guess you can say that. Alright, so we are going to have the EXP rotation. The mage and the EXP are going to clear that wave together and leave the roamers in the middle to handle the other one. And yeah, Baksha is not going to be contesting this league tool. I guess he doesn't feel it's necessary. But I think a very, very interesting matchup with this is one matchup I've not actually seen too much of, which is the Beatrix and the Ixia in lane. And I really see there that Ixia just trying to have a bit of a better time farming. But yeah, look at already, I see reasonable damage coming in. I don't know if that was all done by the Ixia, but that was very, 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 very good damage already dealt to the Kufra there. And then we have this Rafaela again. I think this Rafaela is going to be probably, if not their biggest problem, she's going to contribute a lot to being a problem for them. However, I think we should also know that the fact that the Ixia is still, Ixia is going to, that's actually what I was going to say. Ixia is going to be a problem if she doesn't, is going to be in trouble if she doesn't have that flicker. If she does burn that flicker too early, it might cause a bit of problem for her. But yeah, Totu already pulled this to hold very much the side of the hill and engage there from Terry's line. It's going to be Baksha actually, Guilty Beast there securing that first Totu for KR, and first blood is going to be given to them. Actually 2 kills. Sicilian was able to also take out the Terizla, so that is going to be 2 kills and a total already for beautiful beginning, of course. And Isha is basically going to be a sitting duck. She's just going to be there. Very, very difficult. And then I think it's going to be easy for that. Is going to fall back right now. So far, Guilty Beast has actually been winning out on all those retro battles. But if you guys feel it's mine, I can try to adjust it a little bit. Let me just do that. Let me know if it's everyone. And already the second turtle is up. Guilty Beast this time is going to be able to pull the turtle to his side, and you can see what's going on at the back there. Ixia, but this time it's going to be Fredrin there. 2-man penalty zone there by the Terizla. I think Guilty Beast is going to fall here, yes, followed by Sicilian. No, Kufra is able to get a jump in on the Fredrin and save Sicilian's life. So it was one, the turtle actually went to the side of El Cartel, and they also got a kill. And I think that just basically, pulled them back into the game. The gold lead is not really much, just 800 gold lead. I don't think that does too much, the grand scheme of the game. Yeah, it was not an entirely bad idea to focus on the Ixia, because the amount of havoc she can cause from very, very far. However, I feel like, yes, as far as securing that turtle is concerned, it would have been better for him to, cause problems for the opposing enemy team's jungler. I still think it wasn't an entirely bad idea. Kufra probably trying to get the jump in here with the same charging up, but he is not going to engage there. I think Rafaela is going to see them in this bush. However, I think she could be busted down. She uses the purify and then that holy baptism to stun them down. But I don't think anything is going to happen here, unless if they actually want to take this fight. And already that full barrage coming in from the Ixia, followed by the Appraiser's Wrath, and they are going to get the jungler, which is beauty beast. The backshot is going to fall there. Look at the amount of damage. I think another kill there is going to go. Kufra is going to fall, and you can see Fred here chasing that Sicilian to the backline. I think this golden turret is actually going to fall here. That was all Ixia, honestly, and I think with this you can understand why that Kufra in the previous turtle fight, you can see why Kufra actually went for the Ixia, because look at the amount of damage she caused from a very, very safe distance. The range on that ult is actually really, really insane, and I think it's something that should be paid attention to, honestly. And yes, third turtle is going to go to side of El Cartel easy, not even contested, after that very, very heavy loss the KR got on the top lane. However, that is a lot of damage here, and just like that, Sicilian is going to fall without doing anything. I think he just stood there, probably trying to defend his lane, but I don't think it was a good idea. It was a lane that was going to fall anyway. You have an Ixia there pushing your lane, you're a Sicilian, you don't need to stay that close, to it. But yeah, so far I think we would really, really need to keep an eye out for that Ixia, because if things continue like this, already she has the corrosion strike. Is that the name of the item? I think it's the corrosion strike. Wow. An engage here. Look at that full barrage again. Look at the amount of damage Ixia is dealing, and she is going to get a double kill already and immediately picks up that DHS. Things are not getting better for KR right now. The amount of, you can see here, Ixia from the top lane, she gets that, moves to bot. The fight here in mid, Benedetta trying to make something happen, but they are not going to let her pop that ult. Terizla immediately is going to, use that penalty zone to stop her from going anywhere, and that is another kill. 2 kills to 7 now, and the gold lead is getting wider and wider. It's already a 4.3k gold lead, and the fact that Ixia is actually getting a lot of farm, it is not looking good. However, we should give I think we should praise El Cartel here for such a clean game so far, apart from the early game problems that they had. From then it has been smooth sailing, the rotations and the engages, just not taking unnecessary fights, take the objective, anyone that comes you kill them and stuff. But so far it has been a beautiful game from El Cartel, and KR right now they don't know how they are going to handle it yet. And yeah, I think initially when Ixia came, she was actually meh, if I'm going to be honest. A lot of people complained about the attack speed and all that, but I think she had some buffs to the attack speed, especially when in her old state and stuff. And now it's actually crazy how fast she deals damage in that full barrage mode. But yeah, I think the fact that she's not mobile means she's a bit easier to deal with, quote unquote. Engage from the Kufra, but there is no follow-up, and Rafaela is just going to get that holy baptism try to get the holy baptism onto Benedetta, but she's not going to do that. I think she's going to immune and then get out of there ASAP. Sicilian though, no one is going to fall from that, but look at the amount of damage that was dealt by that full barrage. But that was a beautiful combo there, coming from the Terizla, even though he still fell. You know, he paid with his life. It was beautiful to see, though. Yeah, another. Oh, you can see that they're beautiful engage there. He actually almost gets the Rafaela, but she's going to get that holy healing and get out of there because he missed that. I think she has already picked up that flask of the Oasis too. So the Rafaela is going to be making the whole team a bit more difficult to handle. Life is not getting easier for KR right now because they have the Ixia to deal with. They have the Rafaela also to deal with. Yeah, Beatrix has been farming in peace. I guess you can say that. I think there's a clash here that is going to happen in this bot lane, but I think nothing is going to happen yet. If you see Ixia, just carry Fasa. I don't know about that. Doesn't the full barrage outrange Fasa's feathered airstrike? I feel like it should outrange it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think a fight is going. I don't think the Cartel wants to take a fight here. Probably just want to push them back into their base. They are going to be taking all the creeps for. They won't be leaving anything here for them. You know, they won't be leaving anything here for them. However, I think we also need to take note of the fact that KR actually has that quote-unquote late-game insurance in this Sicilian. I wish there's a way we could see the amount of stacks a Sicilian already has, but we can't see that. So Kufra was actually trying to charge up there, but he's actually going to get hit by that holy baptism, and yeah, that is going to be it. They are going to fall back and continue with the Lord. UTB is here trying to make something happen. I think they need to do something and zone him out. However, it will be difficult. Fred is already level 15. Yeah, this is going to be a free Lord basically for them. And in the top lane, Benedetta trying to force this turret here. I think she's going to get it. Whether she's going to make it out alive or not, I don't know. Yes, she is going to. Oh, I might be wrong. The collapse is going to be on Benedetta here. Are we going? She's still going to make it out alive. I'll be surprised. She goes back in and is going to be a killing spree for that Lilia. Interesting. Lilia on the killing spree, and you can see here Ixia just, ooh, that was a beautiful former penalty zone by the Terizla into that full barrage, and then the flicker to finish it up. I think this is definitely going to be the end of game one. Very beautiful play there from the Terizla. He basically won them the game. There are no minions just yet, but it is going to be a wipeout. Minions coming in from the top. Wow, that was a very beautiful game one from El Cartel. Clean game, and I think KR just did not know how they were going to handle El Cartel in that match. But beautiful game, beautiful engages. Wow, good game to El Cartel. I think KR might need to do a little more. They might actually need to do a little more. Too passive, just a lot of things not going right for them, but I believe that they should be able to fix it in their game too. So let me just, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and this before we get into the game too. Wow, these are actually beautiful games. Yeah, GG Hellish. Can imagine here, look at the range and the damage that full barrage was actually doing. She was so far back, so safe, like you'd probably be dead before even thinking of engaging, on that Ixia, but it was a beautiful game after all. I think they did very well. Contest of Champions. Kufra was not allowed to make sets, in my opinion, honestly. It's not like he was not making the sets. It was just a bit difficult, to get to him, because Fredrin was always at the front there, and you can't do anything to Fredrin. You can't bust him down in time. They had a comp that honestly was going to, had needed time. Alright, so I'm going to try to fix the audio issues. They said the hero sounds were too loud. Hero voice. Okay, let me just drop that a bit. I think let's go. Yeah, Amir couldn't cook, man. Same way Terizla ended for Drew, indeed. Terizla always getting those sets in, apparently. But I don't know, is it enough reason to ban Terizla? I feel like there are so many really, really good heroes right now, or quote unquote OP heroes, that you probably can't even afford to ban the Terizla. You rather deal with the Terizla than ban him out and leave a more annoying hero, say like the Matilda open, But yeah, the Terizla was allowed to cook, and man, did he cook. Beautiful form set there. Yeah, this is game 1, and it's game 1, and El Cartel with a very, very convincing victory. Just if both teams are ready, and we are going to head in for game 2. Link. Oh, okay. Currently, someone is asking Hacker to go for Link. Both teams are ready, and without wasting any time, we're just heading for game 2. Alright, game 2 is going to have El Cartel on the blue side, so they are going to be first pick. What ban are they going to prioritize? I have a feeling they are not going to be banning out they won't ban out the Matilda first. Of course, they'll probably want to leave that to KR to do. No ban. Iksha is cancer, Okay. Alright, so straight away, first ban, not taking any chances. Nobody wants to deal with that Iksha anymore. Straight away, they ban out the Iksha first, and then the first ban, well, since they actually missed the first, so the first hero El Cartel is going to be banning out is going to be that Valir. Just make sure everything is fine. Alright, I think everything is fine. Alright, and then an Xbox ban, another hero that is never ever allowed to make it out. So Iksha Xbox ban is coming for the side of KR, and for El Cartel, after missing the first ban, the only hero they'll be banning is that Valir, which is actually really annoying to handle, especially if you are going to be going for utility jungler. You really don't want Valir on the enemy team. He can cause a lot of problems. And yeah, that Matilda was allowed to slide, and they are going to lock it instantly.
See value in me? You should.
No. And yeah, they missed the first ban actually. Alright, so this time it's going to be yeah, so basically the Fred and the Rafaela have switched to the other side of the map. Are we going to the Guinevere pick here? I really doubt it. And that Terizla looking is still there, teasing us with the Terizla again, but no, it's not going to be Terizla this time. He's going to go with that Yuzhong, and basically the Fred and the Rafaela have switched to the other side. but they had to let that Matilda go, in order to take out that Ixia. I guess they feel it will be better for them to, or maybe they will have a better time, dealing with that Matilda than the Ixia. Both heroes, honestly, are actually really, really difficult to handle. So yeah. And then Lilia again for wait, was it El Cartel? I think it was El Cartel who picked the Lilia in the other game. So this basically it's looking like
Let's go. Your team.
it's looking like Realm of Kings are basically picking
Your team.
El Cartel's draft of game 1. 3 heroes now that they've picked have been, and then that Terizla ban 100%. I can understand why they would ban that Terizla. You don't want what you did to them to be done to you. So yeah, understandable. I totally respect that. But let's see. Oh wow, it's going to be Paquito on that EXP lane, so I guess you should expect a lot of pressure. And to be honest, I think in a 1v1 in lane, I expect the Paquito to actually be giving Yuzhong a very, very tough time. Honestly, maybe not a very tough time, but definitely he's going to do well. And clear faster rotates. Basically, he should have more map presence. And it looks like we are going to see an Angela in the mid lane. That is actually really nice, and it's going to be a mid lane Angela, or either Angela or Matilda in that mid lane, and then Harith is going to be gold. Interesting. I expect her to be. Yeah, definitely going to be gold, but then that would be wow. I feel like there's not enough DPS for El Cartel. Interesting. That's a lot of magic damage, first of all, and then secondly, there's that Rafaela, on the side of KR. So I don't think it is going to be easy for Harith to actually drop that I think is it the Zaman Force, and then have his way around it, because once he drops it, the slows that is supposed to help him is just going to be nullified by the Rafaela, so unless but on another hand, to be honest, yeah, I think El Cartel actually has enough sustain to fight basically forever. So even if they can't dish out the damage fast, they can dish it out slowly for as long as possible, with the sustain coming from the Angela and the Matilda, especially as someone pointed out, they're going to be having 2 Oasis flasks. I don't know if it stacks up that way, but we are going to see how that goes. Clint would have been better. Clint might have been better. However, they did take game 1, so I guess they know better. And it's going to be Fred starting his blue, and on the opposite side, Akai is going to start on that red buff, and immediately is it the Matilda roam? Yeah, so Matilda is going to be roaming, and then Angela in that mid lane. But first of all, they are going to do the routine a lot. Rafaela is going to miss. Oh, okay, not Rafaela actually. The roamer, I think that's Matilda. She's going to miss that wave. Interesting. What she's. Oh wow, and also I just noticed Amir Cutie was giving his lovely popo, I think he, victory for the side of KR. Already in that bot lane, seems like a bit of problem, because here the first. Ooh, that was a beautiful petrify actually, just stopping whatever it is they were thinking of doing. A good one there from the Yuzhong, and 3 seconds, the first auto is going to be up now. Rafaela getting bullied here in the mid lane, stopping her from, getting anything on getting those minions. But you can see the turtle already is going to be pulled to the side of El Cartel by the Matilda. She's not level 4 yet, but she's going to, just roam around the area. Yuzhong level 4 come. Solo kill in the bot lane there. And beautiful red tree again from Void Hacker. Now he's going to pin Fredrin to the wall. However, Fredrin is able to make it out. She is not going to make it out alive. Rafaela is going to fall also, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, a 2-for-1 actually, since it was Void Hacker for the side of El Cartel who was able to secure that Lord. However, interestingly, a solo kill on the bot lane here for Popol and Cooper. It seems like Popol and Cooper is a very, very comfortable pick for Amir, and of course we know how strong he can be in the early game, especially when it's not like he's facing any of his counters. This is, even after burning the flicker, Paquito was not able to make it out alive, and he's going to miss that EXP, that catapult, that cannon minion, and he's also going to fall. The bot lane here. I think so far it has been a very, very slow paced game from both sides. However, of course, those 2 kills have been there. Look at the damage already. Holy Baptism placed on that Harriet, but look at the engage here immediately. Once again, Rafaela is going to fall. Popol and Cooper trying to see if he can do something here, but they are going to dive him. The doggo is dead, and the chase is still on. Lilia in a pretty bad spot here, has to use those black shoes and go back into danger, and I think this kill is going to go to Harriet. They are still trying to pressure that gold lane, which I think they can. Popol and Cooper should have just gone back. There's absolutely nothing he can do about this, and yeah, that he is going to fall. However, I don't think there's enough damage on the side of Harriet for him to take this turret down. So immediately KR is going to respond, defend that turret, and then while they are doing that, El Cartel is just going to go straight for the turtle. Yeah, and it's going to be a second turtle for El Cartel, and Rafaela once again in a really, really suspicious position, caught out by that heavy spin once again. That's going to be the third, I think, death that I think was avoidable. Honestly, I really don't think she needed to die there, but yeah, she did, and this turret now is going to fall. Harriet with that one first looking good. This is not looking good, because I think ideally you want to be ahead. On the Popo you have that advantage in the early game, but Matilda here in a dangerous position. However, is going to be saved by the hard guard coming in from the Angela. Popo trying to make sure he still takes her out. Look at the shield that was provided by the Flask of Oasis. Any other member, and it's going to be Popol and Cooper who is actually going to fall. Another chase here on Paquito, but I think he's going to make it out alive. The next one to fall is going to be Fred. Almost there. Rafaela barely making it out, and that is another trade there. And the top lane again, Matilda is going to take out the Paquito, and it's just, so far it has been such a clean game, apart from that first solo kill on Popol and Cooper in the early game. It's been such a clean game from El Cartel. It seems like they are just doing everything right now, except this El Patron might be in a bit of problem here, but it is a Matilda, so he's going to make it out of there alive. Skill and draft issue, maybe because we can't really see a very, very early ult here from the Matilda. I'm guessing that is because she was anticipating this engage, but the black shoes is going to rocket Lilia back to the safety of her turret. That's one of the longest range black shoes I've ever seen. But yeah, that happened, got her to safety, and no one needed to die there. But yeah, I think as he said, look at the damage there from Harriet. We all expected Paquito to actually be doing more bullying. Ooh, but she's going to be, that last hit is going to take Matilda down. Finally, they get something. Appraiser's Rat there from the Fredrin isn't going to do much damage. However, Lilia is going to be the one to take down the Akai. And I think finally, KR are getting something on the board. It is going to be a 2-for-nothing trade, taking out the jungler and the Matilda of them. I think they are looking for more here, trying to see if they could make something happen. However, Angela and Harriet, I think they are going to make sure. Something from Park. Yeah, I think we should soon expect this type of plays from Popol and Cooper. However, he is in a bit of trouble. Matilda is going to ult the dog and then hopefully use the second phase of that guiding wind to get the Popol and Cooper. I don't know if that was very worth it because of course he got that turret there, so it's better than nothing, I guess. It's better than nothing. And once again, a very early ult here from the Angela. I think that is probably the way they want to go about it, and immediately they are going to take out that Rafaela. As I said before, the positioning of the Rafaela doesn't seem too good, honestly, in my opinion. Akai there in that backline, pulled out by the guiding wind. I think it's the guiding wind. And yeah, the guiding wind, pulled out by the guiding wind, and they are going to go straight. Beautiful knock up there from the Terizla, a very chaotic from the Yuzhong, a very chaotic team fight. But look at the amount of shield and healing, coming from the Esmeralda, from the Matilda and that Angela. That is just disgusting, honestly. Lilia trying to get in some damage, uses the black shoes to go back, but this is what we're talking about. You might be able to, probably they don't deal enough damage, but they will be in that team fight forever and they will end up out sustaining you no matter how hard you try. So I think that is the game plan that is actually working for El Cartel right now. The two supports that they have, in Angela and the Matilda is just giving them so much value in those team fights. And then we also have, that's a good question actually. Was Esme banned in this game? She actually wasn't, but to be honest, it didn't even occur to me, but this is a lot of shielding from the Harriet, from the Angela, from the Matilda. That's a lot of shield that Esme could have worked with. But yeah, it is what it is. So far, I think KR just need to find a way to bait our skills. I don't think it is going to be possible to out sustain El Cartel right now. Without Matilda and Angela, it's just impossible, honestly. And to pick one out is also a very difficult task because you have that guiding wind from the Matilda that is going to, also make life difficult for them. So all in all, it's a very, very tricky game. Very, very tricky game for. You can see here Paquito at that back trying to see if he could make a play, make something happen. Heavy spin already spent here, trying to get something there. 3-man petrify that Rafaela is going to purify out of, and then use that holy baptism to pin him down, and then he's not going to get the type of set he got on the Terizla to end this game. He did try his best though. However, no high ground turret is going to fall. Another fight in the top lane. Matilda circling Eagle there and is going to get out with the guiding wind. They are going to find that Rafaela again. Fred here, 4-man taunt in the middle of all of them. However, big bonk there by the Fred. He's going to shut down the Harriet. Another kill here for KR. This is the turnaround I guess they have been looking for. So I think in their keys to victory, this is probably what they need to do. Look for a fight, and that they probably know that they will win. I don't think this is a throw though, but as far as scaling goes, I am actually not sure. It doesn't seem like both teams can scale, because of course later on the Purple and Cooper is going to be less and less effective. I think the Harry should be able to do better in late game, and then definitely Matilda is going to be providing an insane amount of shield and healing for her team. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to hope that Pack does something for us. The Lord is going to be coming up in 9, 6, 5 seconds. Yeah, the Lord is, and it is an enhanced Lord, so it is going to be a lot of. Look at the shield on this Harriet right now. There is no way. Popular Cooper there, Pack trying to make something happen. Yuzhong in a very, very dangerous position here. He is going to fall. That is going to be a 1-1 trade. But look at the damage already coming from that Harriet. Look at the shield. Look at the health bars. Big bonk there from the Fredrin. However, Harriet is going to make it out alive. This Fredrin is doing a lot to keep his team in it. But look at there, Angela trying to ult, trying to use that hard guard to save her life, but she's not going to make it out alive. For some reason, KR is actually out sustaining El Cartel, even though they are the ones with 2 support. That Rafaela seems to be doing a lot in this game for them. And that Fred, I mean, look at that crystal, look at how thick look at how thick that is, and that is going to be the enhanced Lord going to the side of KR. I think this is comebackable, guys. Comebackable. That was a very, very beautiful play there, honestly. Very beautiful play. I think this is part of the issues we mentioned, This is part of the issues we mentioned at the beginning, about that El Cartel not having enough constant damage output. Yeah, it might be the Yuzhong overdoing, but I think it still could be the fact that they just don't have enough damage later on to make the kills that actually matter. Yeah, no enough damage, and that enhanced Lord is going to dive into that lane. Heavy spin here already popped from the Akai, trying to get something here. 2 of them actually really deep in enemy lines right now. 2 fights going on in both sides of the map, and it's going to be Amir it's going to be the marksman and the Yuzhong again who is going to fall. Purple and Cooper and Yuzhong seem to be the ones that are always sacrificed in these team fights. Akai here, the damage from Pack, actually nothing. Black shoes there popped by the Lilia. Guiding wind again by the Matilda, trying to chase down the Fredrin. However, the Holy Baptism is going to come out. Fredrin here versus 3, and he forces all of them to fall back. That is crazy. That's actually crazy. And that's just the problem you're going to have without DPS, honestly, But Fredrin here might be in a little bit of trouble. Heavy spin pins him down to the wall, but the damage is just not there, and we're going to see a very, very big appraisal right there from the Fredrin. Look at those health bars from both of them. Matilda needs to fall out. Another engage. Purple and Cooper already coming back. Not enough physical damage. Apparently there is not enough physical damage. Purple and Cooper is back, and we know that if he gets the chance to focus on that turret, it's going to be very, very bad for El Cartel. Eyes on the crystal now. Purple and Cooper focusing on that base. I think they might actually get this game 2, and game 2 is going to go to the side of KR. That was a very, very beautiful comeback from KR. Wow. Well, who would have seen that coming? I didn't anyway. I actually did not see that coming. Beautiful game there from KR. Now these are the type of matches we want to see. We don't want to see 2-0. We don't want that. Nobody likes that. GG's to both teams. I think straight away we are going to head in to game 3. I think their highlights. that early game domination from them was actually so nice. However, man, I actually did not see that comeback coming. I mean, they basically dominated the whole game. The whole early game was all Air Cartel, but I guess at the end of the day, just not enough damage will always be a problem for them to handle. So I think straight away, let's just head into game 3, see what we can get done. Let's see if I can just go through the charts real quick. 4 Mbps, because highest quality is always better. 1-1. Yeah, I actually think Hayden is right. To be honest, the Yuzhong had a lot of oversteps and unnecessary early deaths. You can't have. Yuzhong was basically the one that was supposed to handle the zoning, and I think their major source of physical damage at the end of the day. So him dying in the beginning of the game and then leaving the whole DPS to Harix to handle, it's actually a bit difficult. But yeah, I think the draft probably was not the biggest problem. I think the main issue was the execution. But yeah, that's gone. I think KR played that well. And why is Cooper buying House Claw? Before I would have said it's a bad thing, but I think the fact that he actually gets that extra critical damage and the lifesteal, it is actually not a bad item for Popol and Cooper to go for right now. So yeah, Haskell is not a bad item at all. I think it's reasonable on Popol and Cooper. Who are we reporting? Yes, Ling Wen. I don't know if we'll be seeing a Ling pick, man. I really doubt it. Now, straight away, first 2 bans from El Cartel is going to be the Tilda and the X-Bulk, and then the Ixia is going to be taken away. I think they missed another ban. But yeah, first pick from here is going to like it's probably a very big priority from them. And straight away Elish is going to go for that Terizla. I actually think he was not as effective as he was on the Yuzhong as he was on the Terizla in game 1. And yeah, it seems everybody is just ignoring Mattis right now. I don't know what he did, but Mattis, I don't know. Probably because it's just difficult when you don't get that early game advantage. If you get beaten in the early game on the Mattis, you probably have lost the game because of how he falls off. But yeah, the Mattis is open and nobody is picking it yet. Mattis is probably meta in our server. Yeah, most people leave Martins open. You know, if you can play around him, then
It's time to go to the highway. Your team
yeah.
is banning. Fun.
Yep, Fred again. They let the Fred go again. Popo again, and this time they have a more disgusting mage, you know, in Valir.
Rather betray you
Is banning.
than let the world betray me.
Martins is only good in solo queue. I can't argue with that, man. I can't argue with that. I actually cannot argue with that because I feel in a team
Your team is picking.
that all of you know what you're doing. Nobody's going to
There's nowhere
go
for you
1v1
to
against
hide.
Martins with the idea of trying to kill him. I saw a comment right now. Cooper handles Irritor from level 115. I don't think so. Someone tell him not to buy House Claw. I think he should go for the House Claw, honestly. I think he should go. What item would you say he gets instead of the House Claw? Are we going to see a Thamus pick here? Are we going to see a Thamus pick? I think. Oh wow. Wonderful. Jawhead. Wow. So we are going to see. Now he can't pick Link into this. To be honest, I think he's going to be going through a lot if he goes Link. Make we see other heroes. I don't think this is the time for experiments, honestly. They probably just want to use something they know is going to work, and it is going to be the Lancelot. Well, it's going to be the Lancelot. Wow. And this is going to be a Jawhead debut. Someone was asking that we see other heroes played, and yeah, we have seen the Jawhead. So the Jawhead is going to yeah, it seems like he knows what he's doing with the Jawhead. Jawhead is going to go into the EXP lane, and yeah, Fredrin Roam, of course. Sorry, Fredrin Jungle. Minotaur is going to be the roamer for KR. I hope he knows what he's doing too, but I think he does. Lancelot into this is looking very, very tricky, man. It's looking very tricky, but Irritel being on that Purify, if Jawhead was supposed to be a kind of counter for the Irritel, I don't think it's going to go well for him. I can see a lot of Purifies here from them. Akai here is lovely, but it also was banned out immediately. Like, he was banned out so fast.
The enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
Alright, sorry guys, I'm back. I had to attend to something real quick. Okay, so I've missed the first turtle, but let's see who got it. I think it was KR who got the first turtle. I'm not sure though. Joyhead about to fall here. Ooh, 2 kills to 1 already. So since I don't know what happened earlier, yeah, I'm just going to start from where I am. Let me just take a look at the equipment here. Seems like a lot of attention is being given to this irritated in our lane. And yeah, already Rafaela and Lily are going to come here to support her. But the last thing you want is to leave your irritated alone, you know, alone with Minotaur, a Minotaur and a Popo in the early game. That's basically suicide there. Small fight here for the lead though. And still Rafaela and Iritel trying to bully that Popo back. Fred looking for something. I think they are just going to fall back. They are aware that okay, they can't get anything here, better you just go back. And this matchup is one that I've never seen before. Ooh, Lance here, trying to see if he can make something happen. Gets knocked up by the Minotaur, but he's going to make it out alive. Turtle pulled to the side of El Cartel. Fred, you know, just dancing around it. Ooh, another 2-man stun there from that Terizla. Makes it very, very easy for Void Hacker to secure that turtle. The second turtle is going to go to the side of El Cartel, and Fredrin is actually going to fall. Jawhead here trying to, you know, make a run for it, but this Rafaela and Iritel doesn't seem like they want to let him go. Holy Baptism is going to miss. However, the blue buff is going to be taken by Void Hacker under Lancelot. Beautiful penalty zone there, honestly, coming from Hellish. Because I think this is the same thing, you know, that it was probably one of their winning conditions in their first game. The engage coming in from that area that was really difficult to handle. And you can see here, he basically made that turtle so easy for his side to secure. And 3 men here, I think they are going to get that turtle, but no, they are going to fall back instead. I think that turtle to fall there. 3 kills to 2, and for somehow and Lance and Terizla in that bot lane, forcing Jawhead to recall and lose that turret at the same time. I think they are trying to force. They're actually trying to force this turret down. It's 3 men, however, they are pretty low. Good sidestep there from the Popo. I think he might actually get the Rafaela. He does get her at the end of the day. Her passive is not enough to take him out. And yeah, it's basically 2 turrets down already. And the game is not looking too bad for KR actually. This Popo is actually giving them a lot of value, if you ask me. I think a hero that we've not seen too much of, I've not even seen any knockback from him, is this Jawhead. You can see him there flying to the back line. He's going to push Lancelot away from the turtle, forcing a reset. So at least he has that going for him. Forcing that reset and engage on the back line here by Terizla, going for that Valerie, and Valerie is going to fall. More fights. Beautiful engage here from the Jawhead, but he's not going to get on that thing. 5-man knock up by Minotaur, but nobody is going to fall. The damage, the follow-up is not there. The follow-up is not there, sadly. However, they are all going to reset. No one ends up taking the turtle. You can see Popo and Cooper here in this top lane trying to see, but okay, yeah, Minotaur is there with him. I actually thought he was alone. Trying to get that turret again. I think Cooper is going to die. Okay, no, Cooper is actually going to be okay. Little healing there, and he's going to pop that out. I think this turret might fall. Ooh, beautiful holy baptism there, but he's going to make it out alive. Is he? Okay, he's using the sprint, not the pure. I thought he was using the purify. It's how fast that ran out. But yeah, so immediately El Cartel are going to start that turtle void hacker, trying to pull the Lord closer to their side. From the items here, we can already see Hasclaw already built, and Minotaur trying to look for something here in this team fight. Look at the fling back from that Jawhead. Minotaur is going to fall, followed by that Terizla void hacker in a bit of problem here. The knock up from the Lord with the help of the team is going to take him out, and look at the amount of damage Popol is doing. Finally gets taken out by Rafaela's passive, but he is going to secure that Lord for the side of KR. And it is going to be a wipeout. Now that was a very, very crazy team fight. But as far as value is concerned, I think El Cartel actually are going to gain more from this, maybe. However, there's still that Lord pushing from the top. They were able to get the mid lane turrets and Iritel going bot here to see maybe she could push this wave in. But wow, that was a crazy team fight there. Look at the amount of damage Popol and Cooper was actually dealing in that team fight. Wow, that was a lot. Immediately Terizla and Iritel are going to work on that Lord. Comedy, man. This is actually war. That was a really, really crazy team fight there. I wasn't sure where it was going. I wasn't sure where it was going at all. So I think easily they are going to handle that Lord. And the gold lead, I think for most of the game they have actually been really, really close. I think I've not seen more than a 1k gold lead. Okay, this is probably around 1.3k right now, but that's about it. You know, we can't see the significance of that gold lead in the gameplay, and already Minotaur just picked up that radiant armor, which means he's going to sustain more. Ooh, I think Jawhead might have missed. Man, Minotaur is actually getting so many nice sets here, but the follow up from his team is not quite there. You know, I'm seeing the knockups, but yeah, that's I guess that's just about it. The engage comes, there is no follow up. I think it's probably not enough communication, you know, from the side of KR. Both teams just trying to slow things down here. Terizla trying to apply pressure on that top lane. Oh, holy baptism here comes, and I think this Jawhead is definitely going to fall too far away from your team. That was a very, very bad position from that Jawhead. You know you don't have a dash, you don't have any escape skill. There's absolutely no reason why you should be hanging out so far away from your team. And I think because of that, it's going to be a free Lord for the side of El Cartel. Beautiful zoning there by the Terizla. Another holy baptism, but it's going to be on that Minotaur. I don't think they can do much. He already picked up that radiant armor, so it's going to be a bit more difficult for him to for him to get taken down. You can see the damage is there, but I don't think he can be busted out that easily. And El Cartel has, I think they all have their spells ready for this Lord push that is coming. Yeah, both teams actually are very ready to handle whatever it is both sides are going to throw at each other. I guess we'll just need to see how El Cartel handles this. I think Jawhead has been getting a lot of wrong throws too. I feel like you want to throw those heroes to your team unless it feels like it's going to cause them more harm than good. But already 2 waves pushing in, the bot wave is not quite going to get there in time. The Lord is going to crash into the top lane tower. You can see finally a push there, a fling back from that Jawhead. But the Black Shoes is going to save Lilia, keep her alive. Minotaur here in a bit of trouble from that penalty. Sorry about that, guys. There was a little bit of network issue, so we couldn't see how the game ended, but it seems El Cartel is going to be taking game 2. Really sorry about the connection issues at the end of the game, but G as he did. But yeah, basically very lovely game here. It was a lovely series from them. So yeah, 2-1 victory for El Cartel, and good game to them. It was a nice match indeed. For everyone that showed up, please don't forget to like the stream. We really appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. Osen Disciple, Ray, Dark Void, Ishiki, Tobes, Crow, Simply Toby, everyone that joined. Jiro, thank you so much for joining us for this game. Nefrex, also always lovely to see you on the stream. Lancer, thank you so much for joining us. Till tomorrow, yeah, good night and pixels out.